2. A woman you trusted is silently working to delay your marriage. God says she will be exposed before the next full moon. Archangel Michael says, a delay that has been eating away at your joy is not random, it was crafted in silence by a woman you once trusted. She smiled at you, gave you advice, even blessed you with her words, but her heart has been carrying another plan. Her jealousy has turned spiritual, and the words she speaks behind your back are fighting your marriage promise in secret. This delay in your love life is not heaven's doing, it's hers. She has been planting doubt into the minds of those who should be standing beside you, and now, her quiet interference has begun affecting timelines. But what she doesn't know is that divine fire is about to surround every room where your name was whispered wrong. This woman knows exactly what she's doing. She has watched your joy, studied your connections, and even tried to befriend those close to you. But the spiritual shift is beginning, and God says before the next full moon, her name will be exposed. She will be shocked when the light reveals her hidden role. The mask will fall. And everything she worked to delay will begin to move again, faster, stronger, unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 443. You didn't notice at first. Her gestures seemed caring, her tone always soft. But behind the softness was a storm waiting to ruin what God already wrote. She inserted small doubts, subtle remarks, and shifted conversations just enough to turn hearts the wrong way. You trusted her, even confided dreams, thinking you were safe, but she took what was sacred and used it as spiritual bait. Archangel Michael says she didn't need a weapon. Her mouth was her weapon, and her false kindness was her shield. But now, the shield is cracking. What she said about you is returning to her with divine speed. Every lie is becoming her mirror. And the people she influenced are beginning to see. Type Amen to get blessing 928. She didn't think you'd survive the delay. She believed you'd give up on love, forget your worth, and walk away from your promise. But she underestimated how strong your spirit truly is. This woman sees love coming your way and can't handle the glow. She fears your union because it reflects everything she tried and failed to have. Instead of clapping, she cursed. Instead of praying, she plotted. But now, her words have formed chains around her own feet. What she wished for you is happening to her. And the love she tried to block from your life is arriving without delay. God is not blind. Heaven has waited long enough. The scroll is open, and your wedding season is being written again, without her interference. Type Amen to get blessing 201. She will begin to act strange. Distant. Defensive. When the light begins exposing her words, she'll claim innocence. But those who heard her speak won't stay quiet forever. A woman in her own circle has started to feel convicted. She is the one who will bring your name up in a conversation, and everything that's been hidden will begin spilling like oil. The chain of silence is breaking. This will not be a dramatic explosion. It will be a divine revelation. One moment you'll feel blocked, and then suddenly, you'll feel release. That is when you will know she's been uncovered. Archangel Michael says, she is no longer allowed in your spiritual court. Her influence has been stripped. Type Amen to get blessing 788. Your future spouse has been affected by her energy. He has been hesitant, confused, and spiritually distracted. But not because he doubts you, because someone has been whispering poison into his ears. This woman has access to someone close to him. A friend, a relative, a coworker, someone she uses to twist your image. But now that link is breaking. God is stepping in to clear the path. Your name is being spiritually cleansed. And the man meant for you is waking up from the fog she placed over him. His dreams are changing. His thoughts are shifting. And his heart is beginning to pull back toward the divine truth. Type Amen to get blessing 619. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Do not be surprised if she suddenly compliments you again. That will be her last attempt to get close, but this time, you'll feel the falseness in her tone. You will know that her energy cannot pass the spiritual gates around you. Her exposure will not be loud. It will be precise, detailed, and undeniable. Someone will show you a message. A voice note. A screenshot. And you'll see her true face. But by the time she's exposed, you won't even need an apology. God will have already released your delay. Your marriage season will return full force, and what she tried to sabotage will become your biggest testimony. Heaven doesn't play games with divine unions. And yours is coming with fire now, protected, ordained, and untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 334. Archangel Michael says, the full moon ahead is not just another phase, it's a divine deadline. Between now and then, signs will increase. Clarity will sharpen. Dreams will grow stronger. You will begin to feel freedom returning. The heaviness in your chest, the silent pressure around your relationships, it will begin to lift. You may see her name in a conversation. You may hear it mentioned in passing. That will be your confirmation. What was once hidden is now being forced to the surface. She will lose her access to manipulate timelines. Her voice will no longer matter in places she once controlled. And you will rise above it all, clothed in love, walking toward the altar of destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 703. She is already nervous. Her spirit senses what's coming. She can feel the air changing, the walls closing in. But she will try to stay composed. Don't react. Don't confront. Don't announce. Let the exposure come in divine silence. Let God do what no one else can. Because while she plotted delay, you gained endurance. While she sent confusion, you gained wisdom. And now, while she trembles, you will receive the promise. Your season was never cancelled, just delayed. And now the delay is being destroyed. Type Amen to get blessing 172. This betrayal was not about you being weak. It was about her being threatened. She saw your glow and tried to dim it. She saw your favor and tried to reroute it. But heaven is built on justice. And when a chosen soul is delayed by another's jealousy, the consequences are fierce. She will lose favor. She will lose influence. She will watch your marriage unfold without her. You will not need to explain your decision to distance. The light will explain for you. The truth will surround you like a shield. And your love story will rise without resistance. Let this be your sign, the delay ends now. Type Amen to get blessing 990. Her time is running out. The clock is ticking louder in the spirit, and every second pulls her closer to exposure. She is beginning to lose grip on the web she weaved, the lies are tangling around her now. Someone close to her is about to slip. In a conversation she thought was private, the truth about her interference will come out accidentally. That's when everything she built on secrecy will collapse beneath her. Archangel Michael says, your name has been cleaned in places where she tried to stain it. Your future spouse is no longer blind to the shifts. His eyes are opening, his spirit is becoming alert, and the doubt she planted is being removed. There is a moment coming where he will confront the energy surrounding him. He will feel the spiritual tension, and it will lead him to truth. She will be caught in her own game. Type Amen to get blessing 617. Don't be surprised when your future spouse begins to change how he speaks to you. His energy will return, pure, focused, drawn toward you again. The confusion will lift like a veil. He will begin to sense your pain even before you speak. The bond that was blocked will start flowing again. What she tried to split, heaven is restoring. She thought you wouldn't notice her slow interference. The way she questioned your timing, made you doubt your worth, whispered, maybe it's not meant to be, while smiling. But God heard every tone behind the tone. He is now removing her influence completely. Her seat at your table is being removed. She will be left outside, watching everything unfold from a distance she can no longer cross. Type Amen to get blessing 284. She may try to switch her role now, from opponent to supporter. Suddenly she'll act like she wants your happiness, like she's praying for your love. But her spirit cannot lie, and your soul will feel the mismatch. Your future spouse may even come to you and say, something was off, but now I understand. That will be your sign that the revelation has reached him. His heart is returning to its divine frequency. He will recognize the divine blueprint again, and it points straight to you. The delays she caused will become the very reason he moves with more urgency. She slowed the timeline, but only long enough for God to strengthen the foundation. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your love story is not ordinary. That's why the opposition came from someone so close. She was sent not to destroy, but to test your discernment, your patience, your spiritual vision. And you passed. Now the reward is coming. The dates will move. The signs will intensify. What was on hold will begin to accelerate in divine alignment. This woman who once had the power to shift hearts is now losing her voice. Even her presence will start feeling like noise to those around her. She wanted to be in control. But now, she is only a witness. And the altar that once looked so far away is now getting prepared in your name. Type Amen to get blessing 809. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Her spiritual attempts are failing. She tried words. Then energy. Then manipulation. Nothing worked. You were covered the whole time. Your angels have been fighting silently on your behalf. You may not have seen the war, but you're about to walk into the victory. A breakthrough in communication, clarity, and confirmation is arriving. Expect a sudden shift. Expect a phone call. Expect a message. Your future spouse is moving with a seriousness he didn't have before. God says the delay was never meant to last. It was allowed so that the wrong person could be revealed before the right day. Type Amen to get blessing 721. She will soon feel the silence. No more updates from the person she tried to control. No more influence over his decisions. No more space to breathe in your future. And you will rise with grace. There will be no need for revenge, no need for anger, no need to explain. Your elevation will speak louder than any accusation. Archangel Michael says, your name will be honored where it was once dishonored. And her name will be whispered only in pity, not power. You are walking toward your union. With divine timing. With divine covering. And with divine restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 358. Now the divine closure begins. The woman who tried to delay your joy is now seeing the very thing she feared come to pass. She's watching your name being lifted, your story being celebrated, and the union she tried to prevent beginning to rise like dawn over the horizon. Her influence is gone. Her voice carries no power in the ears of those she once convinced. Even the ones who used to listen now feel uneasy around her, because truth carries weight, and her lies are sinking fast. Archangel Michael says, the season of exposure has turned into the season of separation. She will try one last time to involve herself, through kindness, through regret, through fake support, but none of it will matter. The gates have closed. Heaven has finalized the verdict. She is no longer allowed near what God is building. Type Amen to get blessing 912. Your future spouse is now being guided by clarity. His heart is aligning with yours, and the fog has lifted. What he couldn't see before, he sees now, and it's as if his soul is waking up from a deep spiritual sleep. He is realizing the delay was never about confusion, it was about interference. But now that the interference is gone, the path is open. Suddenly, conversations are smoother. Plans are coming back into place. Love feels natural again. This is the divine pace, the rhythm of destiny correcting itself. And as the full moon rises, so will your timeline. Type Amen to get blessing 477. The woman will begin to fade quietly. No big fight. No confrontation. Just silence. A spiritual disconnection so final, she won't even understand why doors are closing for her. People around her are starting to sense what she did. Her words don't land the same. Her advice no longer holds weight. Her energy now repels where it once manipulated. God is handling everything you never could. He's repairing what was broken, replacing what was stolen, and restoring what was delayed. There will be no more waiting. No more wondering. No more spiritual blockages in your romantic path. Love is coming back with holy speed. Type Amen to get blessing 134. Soon you will hear the words you've been waiting for. Let's set a date. I've spoken to my family. This is the time. Not rushed, not forced, but divinely timed and fully aligned. Your future spouse is walking with fresh strength. He's dreaming again. Planning again. Believing again. That's because the person who weighed his spirit down has been removed. He no longer seeks the advice of the woman who pretended to care. He now seeks the presence of the one heaven prepared, you. And now, the gates of union are swinging open. Type Amen to get blessing 552. Your wedding season is here, not in theory, but in truth. Expect rapid alignment. Doors opening. Delayed discussions returning. Joy multiplying. This woman's chapter is closed. Her shadow will not follow you. Her memory will carry no sting. She will fade into the background of your testimony, a warning, not a wound. Your light is rising, and love is no longer being blocked. You're walking forward with the strength of angels and the approval of heaven. You were never late. You were preserved. And now the marriage you thought was drifting is being anchored in divine power. Type Amen to get blessing 885. Now the moment arrives where everything begins to move fast, almost like a divine wind pushing you forward. Conversations that were once slow are now unfolding easily. Hearts that once hesitated are now beating in sync. The delay has been lifted, and the blessings that were paused are rushing toward you. Your future spouse is no longer confused. He feels the shift. He senses the difference now that her influence is gone. He's not just hearing your words, he's feeling your soul again. That connection, once clouded by spiritual interference, is now burning with pure light. You are no longer reaching for love. Love is reaching for you. And the steps toward your union are unfolding like prophecy fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 399. Archangel Michael says, this next phase will be swift. What took months will now take days. What was heavy will now become light. This is the divine acceleration that only comes after obedience and spiritual cleansing. Expect a conversation about commitment. Expect a real plan. Expect signs from heaven confirming that you are no longer waiting, you are walking. The people around you will begin to feel the glow returning. Your joy will radiate again. Your peace will speak louder than words. Even those who doubted your path will now look at you with awe. Because God didn't just bring love back, He made it stronger than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 666. And the woman? She's watching from a distance. What she tried to delay is now unfolding without her. She hears your name being spoken again in good ways. She sees the love story blooming that she tried to poison. But now, her hands are tied spiritually. She cannot interfere. She cannot reverse it. She cannot slow it down. Her exposure didn't just remove her, it freed everything she held captive. Your partner, your timeline, your clarity, all of it has been released back into your hands. You are no longer blocked. You are no longer weighed down by invisible sabotage. Type Amen to get blessing 848. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. God says the delay was never punishment. It was preservation. If your love story had moved too early, she would have ruined what was meant to last. But now, with the blockage removed, your story can begin in fullness and strength. You will see your future spouse become more vocal, more confident, more committed. He knows now who belongs in his heart, and who doesn't. There will be a moment soon where he speaks with certainty. And in that moment, all the confusion from before will make sense. It will become clear that what felt like a pause was actually divine preparation. You were never forgotten. You were being refined for something sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 721. Now comes the restoration of everything you lost during the delay. Time, energy, hope, all of it is being returned. But not just as it was, it's coming back multiplied. Your love will feel deeper. Your laughter will be richer. Your union will carry a spiritual depth that cannot be broken. This woman's chapter is over. She cannot enter your joy. She cannot participate in what she once fought against. The invitation has been revoked, not by you, but by God. This is what happens when heaven intervenes. The ones who tried to stop you are silenced, and the one who was delayed is crowned. Type Amen to get blessing 503. Soon there will be celebration. It may start with a private gesture, a ring, a meeting, a message. But it will grow into a public acknowledgement. What was hidden will become known. What was doubted will become undeniable. You'll stand next to the one chosen for you, and everyone, including her, will know that nothing could stop what was divine. And you won't carry bitterness into your future. You'll carry strength, clarity, purpose. The kind of power that only comes after surviving betrayal and still choosing to love anyway. This is your reward. This is your next chapter. This is the promise finally being fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 933. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.